Hello, everyone, no one, and the universe. It's Tasha, and I'm bored again. What's new? Nothing actually. And I got some mail today. Yay for mail! And one of the letters is from the St. Louis Housing Authority. And I'm like, Housing Authority? Why would I be getting a letter from the St. Louis Housing Authority? Little emblem. And this is just moments ago, like, yeah, I have nothing to do to such a degree that I keep this set up. So I just kind of looked at the mail, opened it really quick, and sat down and, okay, so I opened it up, and basically it goes, Dear Tasha, you are currently on the Housing Authority of St. Louis County active waiting list for public housing. In order to update the waiting list, please follow the instructions. Then there's all of these instructions on how to maintain your spot on the wait list electronically, or it comes with a handy dandy form to fill out, mail back. Now, I didn't remember until like really moments before starting this video, like why would St. Louis Housing Authority be sending me a waitlist letter? Then I remembered I was in such a desperate state. I really, really, really needed my living situation to be changed, not for financial reasons and not just because of the violent uprise and increase in the neighborhood, but it was for my health. The apartment that I was living in, it's on the first floor, and it sits behind or in front or whatever. Behind it, there is a street that doesn't belong to the apartment complex. And there's abandoned properties, vacant lots, overgrown trees, weeds, shrubbery, you get it. And those things are concentrated directly behind the apartment that I lived in, which caused my bedroom actually to, no matter what, always get overrun by flying pests, gnats, no-see-ums, which also caused the dust to kick up. And there's dust everywhere. You know, you breathe it in, it's on our skin, hey. But, you know, for some individuals, the dust mites tend to cling. So, yeah, I contracted scabies. I'm not embarrassed. It's nothing I did, you know. Dust mites are just out there. They just love mingling under my skin, which is why it looks so bad now. Oh, my God, so bad. However, it became apparent that it was the apartment, and more so than anything, my bedroom, which also explained why people in that building also ended up with scabies. But myself and one of the tenants on one of the other first floors couldn't get rid of it. And it was because of all of that nature, vegetation, whatever it's called, that was concentrated behind the building that was centered at our bedrooms. So it became very apparent that I couldn't be there anymore because I had to take a medical break because of different surgeries, but I still wasn't able to go back to work after that because that's kind of when the whole scabies thing happened. And I work with the elderly, you know, and things like that. And people, anywho, it wasn't feasible. It wasn't healthy for me to go back to work in that condition, something that can be transferred from person to person, clothing, you know, a hug, sitting on the furniture, riding in a car, you know, which is also how come I kind of, it's not like invitations were coming to me all the time. Come on, it's me, it's Tasha, nobody, you know. But I started turning down those that were coming to me because I didn't want to be in someone's car, in someone's home, sitting on their couch, their furniture, and like I said, dust mites are everywhere. We're breathing them in, we eat them, we can't, you know. But, you know, when you got the dust mites that are used to nesting under someone's skin, they want to keep doing that. So I couldn't consciously transfer those guys to someone else, if that even makes sense. Although no one inside of the apartment, I didn't infect anyone, my husband, my sons, I didn't infect anyone, but still, the elderly, they have a thinner skin. Come on. It's just something I wasn't willing and I'm not willing to do. So, yes, the urgency to move, it was there. It was on fire, and then it was kept lit by all of the violence. There were heroin addicts, pill poppers, drugs, sniffers, snorters, all these people coming in and out of our building, in our basement to get high, to ride the high. And it became such a thing to where our building was actually pointed out, and it was the building that once you come there to purchase your drugs, your drug dealer was telling you which building to go in so you can get high if you needed that high right then and there. You keep the entry door locked. It doesn't matter. There were dope dealers in the building. So they would, of course, their clients are coming and going. They didn't care if that door was open or closed. They going to make their money. They didn't care. They stay strapped from, the rooter to the tutor. They probably sleep with the door wide open, the windows wide open. They don't give, okay? But for the rest of us, that wasn't so. So it became a danger because you got the dealers, you got the addicts, people coming, people going. You got cops showing up. You got boyfriends beating on girlfriends and women beating on their children. And, then it's just the situation itself everywhere else on this complex lot. There were drug deals and shootings and fights and stabbings and arson and it's just really. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised in neighborhoods that were used to that sort of thing. I'm always city bound, but that just wasn't always my surroundings. So you got all this stuff going on, and anywho, that's why I had applied for the St. Louis Housing Authority. The low income wait list and the Section 8 wait list. I applied for St. Louis City and St. Louis County. And St. Louis County has responded, but I own a home now. So I wish that I could transfer my spot on the waiting list to someone I know that is deserving of a spot on the waiting list, who probably never applied or missed that window that they give you to apply. I really wish this could be transferred. Wow. Seriously. But yeah, there you have it. I don't know, I think I just wanted to make a video. Why not? I mean, the talent that I have is I haven't been taking care of myself, my voice, if you will. So my main talent has suffered as I was suffering, and as I don't even know why I just did this. But anywho, that's the reason why I got a letter from the St. Louis Housing Authority, County Housing Authority. But, yeah, God, I wish this stuff was transferable. Well, I wish I could put the wait list on the wait list. You know what I mean? Like, you just hold out. You stay there, hang around there. Let me keep that spot there for some years and just let me see, But no, I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of my husband and the decision that we made to purchase a house. I am telling you guys, you don't understand. There are so many reasons to love just not being where I was just living. So many just, ordinary reasons. But You guys have no idea what I mean by that whole scabies incident. I mean, if you know me, then you've seen me lately, and when I mean by lately, I mean within the months, then you already know. Um, but since we've been here, I'm not kidding you at all. I have not put one drop of promethium anywhere on my body. I haven't washed clothes with it. I haven't bathed in it. I still have all of my creams and everything that's made with it. I have not, wow, just all the things that I had to do on a daily basis. Sometimes 2, 3 times a day, actually. I haven't had to do since I've been here, and I really do mean that. I will, however, say that I've used the Promethean fabric spray, if you will, that I, kind of got a couple of the concoctions and ratios off of, what do they call? The forums of people that were infested with scabies that have lived to tell the tale, and their treatments for medical doctors, their home remedies and things like that. So I made a spray, which is also, promethium is a chemical that's used for a large range of things, but more commonly it's used for 2 things. It's prescribed by a medical doctor in a 0.5% cream for scabies. It's also the main ingredient in things that campers use, like to spray your camping gear, your tent, your backpack, even your clothing. You wash your clothes in this, you spray your clothes with this, and it keeps away a lot of the bugs, mosquitoes, ticks. It keeps those off of you and away from your sleeping bags and your tent. So promethium isn't something that someone just say, hey, look what I found at the back of this chemical store. Let's see what it does. This is what it's been widely used for since before I was born. I just got tired of paying for that cream, which was almost $300 a tube. So, and I bought the promethium, which was less than $25, and I made my own cream. Per advice and trial and error, like I said, of the different forms, some which had medical doctors off record advising, and I mean, I did a lot of research on this, and anywho. I've used that spray since we've been here as a preventative measure because there are ceiling fans here, and everyone knows one of the first place that dust settles is on the ceiling fan because it's coming from high to low. So I've sprayed the ceiling fans and things like that. I randomly sprayed just pretty much up in the air around every room. And I've actually done that twice a week since we've been here. Now, mind you, I haven't put the spray on anything, just except for the ceiling fans. I've just kind of mist it up in the air. I have it coming out in the furnace, just to kill or drown down some of the dust mites. Like I said, and this house has been newly renovated, updated, so there's like sawdust, wood dust, plaster dust, workman boot dust, mud dust, dirt dust. There's just dust. And if you know, that's where dust mites live. That's why it's called dust. Also, there was no filter in the furnace, so we had to get a HEPA filter for that. That's just anyone should have that. It's for the quality of your breathing air, which the main thing you want filtered out of that is pollutants, allergens, and dust mites. So I do have a little tabletop air filter in my bedroom that takes a HEPA filter. So that's good. I keep it right by my bedside. And I have that because I was the only person infected with the scabies. So I kept that little tabletop air filter next to me so that all of the dust mites coming my way could possibly get filtered to this, whatever. But how did this just go from I got mail from the housing authority and I feel blessed that I don't need their help at the moment. Not that I don't want it because I would have never refused it. I'm the one that sought it out. To scabies and dust mites. I'm not even sure if I ever mentioned scabies in any of these videos. I'm not sure. But anywho, we come in lovely shades. But all of this, that's not a part of my, oh, this is just how my skin grew. No, no, that's not it. Um, this is a direct result of the scabies. Trying not to scratch, trying not to dig, that's very, very hard to do. Even as an adult, you put all this medical stuff on, these creams and ointments, and you bathe and you wash your clothes, and then you go broke throwing things in the dryer, washing them, buying all of these creams and stuff, but who wants bugs living under their skin? It's bad enough that they're just laying on top of our skin, that we're breathing them in, that we're drinking them, that we're eating them. That's bad enough. But when they want to use you as their breeding ground, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed because it has nothing to do with my um, housekeeping. It has nothing to do with my hygiene. It has nothing to do with the personal items that I put on my body, like the lotions, the perfumes, the hair products. It has nothing to do with my taste in clothing, my footwear choices. It has nothing to do with the coffee that I drink. That's just a natural occurrence. So I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. And if you were someone that was in my life and then all of a sudden wasn't, and you were wondering what happened to me and you did not know, I don't know why anybody didn't tell you. It's not a secret. Okay? But that's gone. It's cleared up. Um, yeah. So that was the second part of the medical reason why I wasn't at work yet. But that has disappeared. That is no longer. Now, this is the reason why I'm not at work. They don't know. Well, I had an X-ray done um, about a week ago, actually, and I called for the results a couple of days ago. But the doctor has to call you; they have to look at it. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with this sucker. 1 second is free to use. There's nothing going wrong, and I can so much as just reach down and pick up a pencil, and I want to chop it off. And I want to chop it off. Yeah, I kind of hurt it in a spot that doesn't hurt, but and it. But anyhow, yeah. How did this go from male to scabies? Well, hell, since I'm just rambling, I tried to do my makeup earlier, y'all. Epic fail again, which is crazy because I spent years doing makeup. And I think the reason why I can't get this is the makeup that I was doing, the faces and the canvases that I had to work with weren't of the chocolate variety. It was of the vanilla persuasion. Um, so basically, I was trained into, knowing especially the basics, nothing intricate, but hey, we're talking, I've done a few proms and, a wedding party. Yeah, 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 your girl was good. But still in all, they weren't black, brown, cocoa, peanut butter, none of that. So I basically didn't learn how to apply makeup to melanin. I was only taught, and not purposely, those were the ladies that frequent um, that place of business. African American women, of course, they frequented, but the makeup isn't what they were there for. They were there for other things, other body products, other home products. But the other ladies were there for the bath products, the home products, and the makeup and the skincare products. Most of the skincare products were kind of geared towards them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would say so was about 65, 70% of the makeup. Mm, mm. And the rest of the makeup only fit us women of color that were of a lighter shade of that color. So someone with my skin tone, there was probably only one or two, maybe three eyeshadow shades. You probably had two to three decent lipsticks, maybe just one or two lip gloss. And I never saw a black woman buy a lip plumper. Um, Blushes, please, come on. Foundation, those lighter shades of melanin, yes, but no. Um, we ended up having to recommend a lot of people to Sephora. The ladies that look like me, Sephora, at the time. But yeah. So yeah, not ashamed. That's what's going on. So, well, that was what was going on. But your girl is better. But your girl is better. And I mean, it was so bad in that apartment that I lived in, the whole building. I mean, that one of the neighbors, which was, I really only got to know 2.3 of the neighbors, and there were 8 apartments. So, seven out of 7 apartments, 7 potential neighbors. I would say 5 of those apartments constantly changed over. So, and those were the dope dealers and stuff like that. I ain't down for that. But I really got to know one of the ladies really, really well. Like the entire time I lived there, she lived there before I did, and she actually moved away from there almost a year ago. Well, as I make this video, it's probably a year within a couple of weeks. But anyway. And her absolute positive main reason for moving, which was exactly mine, was the freaking couldn't take it no more. You know, that then the lack of maintenance, the lack of security, the lack of comfort, all of those things. No one wants to come and visit you, you know. But yeah, so and she had it just as bad as I had it, with the exception of it had spread to her children twice, and then after that it was just her. So once she got up out of there, just like myself, it almost seemed instantaneously that the skin cleared up. I mean, when I moved here, even the first night, seriously, I was covered in mosquito-sized massive invasions. Covered, they were already under there doing the deal. Um, and it wasn't until a couple of days later, my husband and my son both pointed out that not only were the bumps, the nodes, whatever you want to call them, they were gone, but I hadn't been, because they snatched my hand away, tapped my hand like a little kid because I was digging. I was using the back scratcher and digging in my back. I would take the back scratcher and just dig down my arm because, you wouldn't just feel them all day long, nothing like that. They're the type of thing that gets active at night. And what you would be feeling is either the eggs getting left behind or them hatching. Either way, it's just like hell. Like hell. So, and you can't see them. They're there, but you can't see them. I never got a chance to buy a magnifying glass so I could hone in on them. But what you can see is once they're kind of done or whatever, they have little tails or whatever, or trails that hang about either while they're going in or coming out. And you would have to know your body to notice them. And they stand up just like the hairs on your arm. They stand up like the hairs on your arm. But if you know your body, you can tell the difference between the hair on your arm and the tail trail, if you would, of a dust mite that you can't see at any other point in time. And it's there if you can. you know, and still, you're still not going to see the dust mite, but you got that trail tail. Didn't happen often, but when it did, I was happy because I thought I was doing something like, yeah, take that, you take it. Take it and get off me and don't come back. So, you know, somehow I feel pathetic making this video. I probably wouldn't feel so bad if I was actually doing something. This is my confession. Oh my God, that's horrible. That is horrible. Oh my God. I was about to try and do something and my voice said, no, just speak. Just speak. Don't do anything but speak. Yeah. Okay. See, this is what I mean. So this has been going on now for 25 minutes and 57 seconds, 26 minutes, and I've been talking about nothing. I just could have made a 2-minute long video about how I, you know, blessed and everything that I am now, but how, you know, there was a little bit of salvation coming just around the river bend. It don't even have to take 2 minutes. I've been sitting here talking almost 30 minutes about bugs under my skin. Now, I may or may not upload this video, because I'm not, no, oh my God, I don't see, it's not, it has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the fact that I feel like I'm talking to myself. You know what this is? This is a sneaky way to talk to yourself. I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why I do what I do. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. I just realized that I am using my camera and my YouTube account to talk to myself. Like, I guess to appear to be normal. That's not normal. I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. If you guys can see this, like, I'm looking at Sabrina. She's so comfortable. Get it, girl. 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 Also in the mail, I got a bank statement and a electric bill. Now, just a month ago, that was a $30 credit. The electric bill. Ooh. Ooh la la la. Oh no no no. Let's go. Oh no no no. You used to have it, but your flow is to know. Okay. Wait, okay, but that still seems almost kind of high. Okay, let me break this down. Energy charge. Electric customer charge. Okay, let's just go over this really quick. As follows. Electric energy charge. Residential. There's a fine, a fee, a price, a total, an amount. Then it says electric customer charge, fuel adjustment charge, energy efficiency investment charge, St. Louis City municipal charge service, federal tax rate reduction, deposit applied. That makes the amount of my bill $36.74. It started at $61.29, but I had that $30.10 credit, so the bill is just $36.74, which is a beautiful thing. But it also concerns me because it just means total overall, since I've been here at my new place, I've managed to use $61.29 worth of electricity, and I do not like it. I do not like it at all. What? For April? What is this, the 5th? The 4th? What the? Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Sorry. Because it just kept saying April. Okay, not April. I see now that it's from March to April. No, I know normally that's the way it is, but that's not the way it was reading here. That's not the way it was broken down. I just didn't go far enough. Okay. All right. Well, 1 month of usage, $60. It's still the same thing. I mean, like I didn't just make anything better. Like no, that's still a lot. So we're gonna have to work on that. However, I'm just saying, I'm loving the fact that this electric bill has a totally different address on it. I love that. Okay, it keeps saying go paperless. I keep signing up for paperless, but I keep getting paper. Go paperless. What is this? What is this? This is paper. And yes, I have an online account. So this really should not be here in my hand, but I may make some kind of rant on Arbor Day about this killing of trees. Well, I can't keep using this as an excuse to talk to myself, so I think I am going to go and do nothing. I'm supposed to start some 7-minute workout videos. This face isn't because I was about to say something against that. This face is because I just put my hand inside my hand, and the way that I'm holding it, it really, really hurts. And you say, you dumbass fool, then let it go. I'm trying to work through it. How do I keep doing these things? You know what? Later, y'all.